Hello, I'm Prometea, you're watching Tyrannosaurus Girl, and today I'm answering the question, have you ever been actually discriminated against? The asker goes on to explain that they are not referring to just people having prejudice against trans people, but actually to having been abused in some way or denied some service, education or employment for the fact that I'm trans. And they explained that they don't live in a diverse community, so they see and they read things in the news and they wonder if they are true. And yes, the fact is that I have been directly discriminated against in several occasions. Of course, when it comes to job searching, it's actually kind of difficult to prove or to be absolutely sure if that is the reason why you were not given a job, but there were a couple of occasions where it was very clear that that was the cause. One time I was applying for a position in data consulting services, and the position that I was applying for was something that they called, if I'm not mistaken, business analyst, but which was basically the same job that I did for over 5 years at HP, Hewlett-Packard. I was recognized by my peer, my superiors and my clients as well. And I even have an award from that time given by the highest company authorities in the country. But I was declined in this job application process. Their standards were relatively low because they were not necessarily looking for someone with experience, and I had years of experience. So some time went by and I didn't get any type of response. And well, I asked someone that I knew that worked in the company that was kind of friends with the recruiter, and she told her that I didn't fit the profile. That is why I didn't get hired, because she said that my profile was more for a help desk type position, so customer service, despite the fact that I had been working in executive capabilities for so many years. And that was very clear. And then there was also this other time when I was in Uruguay a few months before coming here to Sweden, when I was looking for a job because I really needed to save some money to be able to come. And there was this call from a Swedish company, which was particularly interesting because they had a diversity policy, as all, if not most, Swedish companies do. And there was a possibility of requesting a transfer, of course, so I would be able to move here having already a job, which would have been great. But the recruiting was not done by them, it was done by Manpower. And when I went to the interview, the person that interviewed me didn't even bother looking at my face. During the whole interview, she was just going through the motions, going through the script, asking me the questions, looking at her computer screen, typing on it, but she never looked at my face. Seeing that I was trans was enough for her to know that I was not going to get the job because she thought that the company would not want to employ a trans person. She made that assumption based on her own prejudice. There may have been other occasions, but it wasn't as clear as these two. I have also been verbally abused several times when I was in Uruguay by just people that would see me in the streets. I know this was a woman who is a high school teacher, and when she started studying to become a teacher, and the first day the teacher told her that she had to go home and get changed because the institute was not a place for her to be dressed as a woman, so she had to detransition during the, I think, 4 years that it took her to get through that program until she started working as a teacher. So yes, I can tell you for sure that that is true. And there are other places where it's even worse. There are places where being trans or being gay can land you in jail or can get you killed, executed by the government itself. And there are also more subtler ways in which we are discriminated against by those people that say that they only have some prejudice against us but don't actually do anything. Because they do something. They vote. They put people in the government that will not grant us the same rights that everybody has, and that will actually do things to harm us, and also using us as an excuse to pass certain laws that are detrimental to everybody, like what happened recently in North Carolina in the US with House Bill 2, because in certain countries, like in the US, they have these bills that actually contain projects for several laws and they get voted together. So they rallied all these conservative people that perhaps would never take direct action against a trans person, but they sold them this idea that we were the enemy, that we are to be feared, and that they needed this law to protect themselves from us. And in the same bill they included certain other things silently that directly harm them. Like, for example, preventing municipalities from instituting minimum wage or regulated child labor. So companies can pay you as little as they want, they can make minors work under any condition that they want, and that will go unstopped because of these people that only have a prejudice. So that is why holding an opinion that includes limiting other people's rights are not so innocent, and we have to continue doing this work of educating these people, because prejudice is never harmless. So thank you very much for your question. If you have more questions or any other subjects that you would like me to discuss in future videos, please let me know here in the comments or through Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram or Ask.fm. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and see you again next week. Bye bye! Hey, just one thing before I go. As you may know, YouTube has recently changed how it notifies subscribers of new videos. So if you're subscribed to my channel and you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, please go to my channel page and next to the subscribe button, click on the bell and make sure that this option is checked and then click save. That way you'll be notified when I post a new video. Thank you!